Question number 3. A popular mobile app developer, Pixel Play, had a decrease in active user by 30%. So the active user decreases by 30% in the first quarter due to stiff market competition. So in the first quarter, the user decreases by 30%. However, in the following quarter, they launch a successful marketing campaign which increases their active user by 30%. So in the second quarter, it increases by 30%, and in the first quarter, it decreases by 30%. Determine the status of the Pixels Plus users base at the end of the second quarter compared to the beginning of the first quarter. So we need to find the active user base at the end of the second quarter. That means at the end of the second quarter compared to at the beginning of the first quarter. So for the first quarter, it decreases by 30%. So if we suppose that the number of users initially is 100, we can take the number as 1, 5 or anything. But if we take 100, then it makes our calculation easier since we have not the permit to use the calculator. So initially we have 100 users and the number of users decreases by 30%. So what is the decrease? So the decrease is 100 into 30%. So 30%, that means 30 by 100. 30% means 30 divided by 100. So the decrease in user is 30. So 30 user decreases. So what is the total user after the decrease? Total after decrease or after first, that is first quarter. So total user after first quarter is 100 minus the decrease user, that is 30. So the total user after the first quarter is 70. Now for the second quarter, it increases by 30%. So however, in the following quarter, they launch a successful marketing campaign which increased their active users by 30%. So it increases their active users by 30%, but first of all, it decreases by 30%. So after decreasing by 30%, the user after the first quarter, is 70 users. Now, so after the first quarter, we have 70 users. Now, there is an increase in 30%. So for the second quarter, there is an increase in 30%. So what is the increase? We are calculating the increase. So 30% users, 30% 30% increases of the active user. So we have the active user after the first quarter, that is 70 user, and the increase is 30%. So 30 by 100. So active user into increase, that is 30%. So 30 by 100. So what is the increase? So the increase is 7 into 3, that is 21 user. So the increase in user is 21 user. So what is the total user after the second quarter? After second quarter. So the increase in user is 21, and initially we have 70 user after the first quarter. So 21 plus 70 user. So the total user is 91 users. So initially we have 100 users at the very beginning. There is 100 user. Now we have 91 users. So 100 to 91. That means there is a decrease. So the user base is less than it is at the beginning of the first quarter. So the user base is less than it is at the beginning of the first quarter.